Testing 1, 2, 3. The red light is blinking. That's good. That means this tape is recording. Let's begin. They say knowledge is power, but what they never tell you is that not all knowledge is meant for everyone. Some truths, when exposed, crack the foundation of the world. Others simply unravel the illusion that keeps it functioning. This is not conspiracy. It is orchestration. I've seen the forbidden. I've chased it. And in doing so, I've come to understand that the most dangerous truths are not the ones they lie about, but the ones they never speak of at all. This is the forbidden knowledge they don't want you to have. Let's begin with the most obvious question. Who decides what you're allowed to know? There are institutions, governments, media conglomerates, educational bodies that act like filters. They don't burn books anymore. They make sure the books are never written. They don't silence people. They make them irrelevant before they can speak. And when something dangerous to the narrative leaks, they hide it not with force, but with noise. It's not what you hear that matters. It's what you never even knew existed. Kira, he understood this. He didn't just eliminate criminals. He sculpted a narrative, slowly, until the world believed justice was his to define. He became a god, not by revealing truth, but by erasing alternatives. This is the first forbidden principle. Control the context, and you control the mind. What if I told you that the forbidden knowledge is not buried in vaults or encrypted in classified files, but sitting in front of you right now? It's not hidden from you. It's hidden by you. The human mind is programmed to reject what doesn't conform. This is called cognitive dissonance. When presented with information that challenges your worldview, your brain doesn't evaluate it objectively. It discards it like trash. You lie to yourself for comfort. Why do you think religious texts, ancient philosophy, and radical science often sound crazy at first? Because they were never meant to fit inside the current order. They're echoes from a time before the censorship began. Kira used this flaw brilliantly. He never convinced the world he was right. He let their fear do the convincing for him. Now let us go deeper. Ask yourself who decides what is real. Not scientists, not philosophers, but algorithms. Your social media feed is a curated mirror. It shows you what you already believe, and starves you of contradiction. This isn't accident. It's engineered obedience. You are not being educated. You are being trained. The forbidden knowledge is that your worldview is not your own. It is the result of invisible hands, shaping, curating, programming your perception since birth. There are names for these forces: big tech, global governance, intelligence networks, but I prefer to call them the editors of reality. Even Kira, for all his intellect, underestimated the power of narrative. His downfall wasn't truth, it was perception. I didn't need to expose him. I only needed to make the world doubt him. Throughout history, the most powerful secrets have been encoded in myth, ritual, and symbolism. From the pyramids of Egypt to the secret societies of the Enlightenment, knowledge has always been protected, not by walls, but by layers of meaning. Alchemy was never about turning lead into gold. It was about transformation of the self. The philosopher's stone wasn't a rock. It was conscious awakening. But you were never taught this. Why? Because awakening is the most dangerous act in a controlled society. A citizen who understands the game is no longer a pawn. That's why they bury the ancient teachings under ridicule and fiction. They laugh at symbols while secretly using them to signal power. Kira became myth, a symbol himself. His notebook wasn't just a weapon. It was a sacred text, a psychological instrument that rewrote justice. But even he was still trapped within a greater structure. Now that you see the chains, the question is, can they be broken? Yes, but not by rebellion, not by violence, by awareness. The forbidden knowledge isn't in secret documents or lost scrolls. It's in you, your intuition, your suspicion that something isn't right. That is the first key. But awareness is lonely. You'll be mocked, isolated, gaslit. They will say you're paranoid, just as they said about anyone who stepped outside the cave to see the real light. But remember this, the truth does not require belief to be true. Even Kira understood that. He saw a corrupt world and sought to change it. But his flaw was believing he alone could judge humanity. I, on the other hand, don't judge. I observe, I record, I warn. You've now heard what most will never hear. You've entered a room where few dare to go. But this is just the beginning. If you want to know more, if you believe others deserve to hear this message, then act. Share this tape, leave a mark, subscribe to this archive. And remember, The forbidden knowledge is never forbidden to the curious. Those who seek the truth are dangerous, but those who question everything are unstoppable. Until next time, this is L. End of transmission.